Hi, I'm Rajinder Singh from the Wanderers. The Wanderers is a Mumbai headquartered company, and we have currently offices in Kolkata, Ahmedabad, Pune, as well as Nagpur. This is a session which will not just be interesting, but also extremely an important learning from all our past experiences. Times like today are dynamic times. Travel has changed. The immigration authorities are a little bit more stricter. They tend to question you more. They tend to look at your visa and your passport more closely, not just in India, but even out of India. So, yes, passports or people who've traveled to a lot of countries before may or may not be questioned because they look at the travel history of the person. But they still tend to ask you questions. So carry all your documents with you in your hand luggage. You must have a hotel confirmation. You must be sure of your reason of travel. If it's a conference or just a pure incentive or a holiday, be sure in your mind. You'll be surprised that sometimes the airline counters can also question you. They can look at your visa, they can question you. Why are you traveling? And therefore you must know when are you going, when are you coming back, which airline are you flying on, which hotel are you staying in. Carry your hotel confirmation with you. Carry all your old passports for they establish your travel history with you. If you're going to a country which has an e-visa, which is a paper visa, like Singapore, Australia, Armenia, Azerbaijan, or various other countries. Ensure that you carry a printout. Carry multiple printouts. Uh, be confident. There's nothing to be scared of. You're genuine. You are a genuine traveler. Today, the Indian immigration, when you approach them, may not ask you a single question. That's absolutely fine. They may even ask you, when are you coming back? Why are you traveling? Sometimes single female travelers can be questioned a bit more, and they may even look at your visa, which is supposing a Schengen visa of a particular country that you have not yet traveled to, yet your boarding pass is for another country. That's another topic for some other day, which we will come to. The typical questions in Indian immigration are: why are you traveling? When are you coming back? And have you got a hotel confirmation, which could be depending on the profile of the traveler. Then it's a question of the foreign immigration once you travel. Now, starting off with the Schengen countries, if you are transiting, say, for example, through Munich and flying to Stockholm, your first port of Schengen entry is Munich. Your immigration will be in Munich positively. So ensure that you do not have a very short connection. Your passport will be stamped in Munich. That's your first port of Schengen entry. Keep all these documents handy in your hand luggage, hotel confirmation. Of course, your old passports will go along with you. Try and not cover your passports with a jacket because it's difficult to read the barcode. It's very irritating. And just ensure that you don't unnecessarily dress very shabbily. Don't wear goggles. Do not talk on a mobile phone near the immigration counter. Ensure that you're on the right queue unless you're ushered into a different window. For example, there could be a window for EU passports and all other passports. So you have to, as an Indian passport holder, you will land up in the all other passports queue. So ensure that you're there and be relaxed, be comfortable. You're a genuine traveler, and you'll be surprised at how sometimes a simple question they may ask you. So answer them with all genuineness. Yes, you could be answering them with a smile. Important to do that. You don't need to blabber away. Don't be nervous, you know. So you'll be, if you're wearing a cap, remove it. If you're wearing a goggles, remove it. You may be asked to take off your spectacles for the photograph, but that depends from country to country. Uh, Keep your return ticket always handy. They can question you, when are you going back to your own country? And they are within their rights. Remember one thing, the immigration authority are within their rights to ask you these questions. They are within their rights to deny somebody an entry if that person is not what fits into their profile, or they're afraid of something you do not know of. So that is something which we've seen over a period of years. Then the other thing is that certain port of entries we've seen nowadays is that, you know, there are random checks. Like some people are taken aside so that the passport is checked, if it's genuine or not. You know, they may start looking at a passport with a magnifying glass. It's okay. You know, that's very normal. It's random. So don't be nervous. You can always ask them, "Is there any problem? Let me know." They may not tell you, but it's absolutely fine. They may even look at your visa with a eye magnifying piece or a glass, which is again extremely random. I think they are supposed to perform these checks, and it's not to do with any racial profiling, but it's just to do with they are the border protection agency of a country, and they're supposed to perform these checks. So don't be irritated. Do not get angry or upset. If they ask you questions, please do revert back with all genuineness and with a smile. What you do not know, you can always confer with your documents. For example, I remember a few years ago, like he asked, okay, last Schengen country that you visited was Italy. How long did you stay there? I said, maybe a week, but I don't remember. I'll have to check my passport, which is a genuine answer. Nobody is going to suddenly remember if you had traveled 3 months ago, 6 months ago, how long did you stay there? When did you travel? The dates are there in your passport on a stamp. It will take you a few minutes to take a look at it. So, that's about it. And more important is, again, I'll reiterate, be calm, confident, dress smartly, don't talk on your mobile phones at the immigration counter. Avoid doing that. Carry the documents with you. You know, I don't mind carrying a duplicate copy of my hotel confirmation, because sometimes you may land up leaving it at the airline counter or the immigration. Take photocopies of your, take a picture rather of your hotel confirmation, of your visa, of everything. So that's is as a backup, so that you're not got nervous. You know, I remember in front of me a young gentleman at a at a port of entry in Helsinki, uh, completely caught unawares, because and he was not an Indian, you know, and they were asking him questions, and he kept going through his bag. I guess he was a student coming to study in Finland, and they wanted to see some papers. And if you don't know where you kept it properly in a file, you start getting nervous. So prepare in advance, and these are the times which we travel in high security, and people will tend to ask you questions. So stay safe, and keep wandering and enjoy your wanderings. So this is Rajinder Singh again here from the Wanderers. Thank you.